So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the all new 2022 Ford Explorer Limited. There's only one variant here in the Philippines so far. We get the EcoBoost model, the 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. I am very overwhelmed already how much tech this has. It's your typical midsize SUV, but I do like the rear, especially with these LED headlights. They look awesome when they're on. Yeah, there's a lot of chromey bits, but it suits the car. And the Explorer marking here is massive. As usual, big Ford logo here. And yep, this is an EcoBoost 4-wheel drive model. Also a limited badge here. And before we go back to the front, look what I noticed. These are real exhaust, but there's a catch. Okay? Where the gas flows out is not in there, it's under. Like, that is the weirdest exhaust I have ever seen. Cool Easter egg with this Ford Explorer. There's a Ford Explorer imprinted on the windshield. I do like this new look. The previous gen looked meh, to be honest only, but I really like this look now compared to the previous gen. This is already in its 6th generation, codename U625, and it slots in between the Ford Everest and Ford Expedition. Those are massive cars already, but I wonder if this is the sweet spot in the lineup of the Ford SUVs. So with that I'll show you the interior. So this is the interior of the Ford Explorer. There's a lot of tech already just on the door. Okay, so here you have buttons for your memory seats. They're wrapped around this silver lining and chrome door handle. The speakers are Bowers and Wilkins, I think. Just correct myself on the screen if it's not. And then you have your typical window switches here. Not much plastic, so I'm also impressed with the quality. There's a lot of soft padded materials. Then as usual, the plastic starts here below the door card. There's speakers here as well as a cubby space and button holder on either side of the door. And then there's the door handle like the Ford Territory. Just be watch out when you put your phone here. So let's go inside. I love this new car smell. This is a fresh unit. Anyway, so let's start here with the analog gauges. You have a digital display here in the middle. I will demo that later. But I like they kept an analog style for the gauges. It's not like everything's digital like all cars right now. Yep, there's plastic around here on the air vents and around here in the center console. But at least on top here, it's kind of soft padded. There's a bit of squidge to it. And then here on the left side, you have adjustments for your lamps. Then you have your tailgate button here. This is electronic tailgate, by the way. Yeah, you have more buttons here on the steering wheel, like for your cruise controls. As I said, volume controls. And buttons here for adjusting the infotainment. And then steering wheel, yep, it's girthy, but there is a good amount of squidge in it. I do like the design of the center console. Like here in the infotainment, I do like the design of the air conditioning vents. And then what's cool, there's a wood trim here and your start stop button here. Usually it's like that, but for this Explorer it's facing upwards, so that's cool. And then yeah, there's gloss black here and there. It's fine. Also, this infotainment system has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you have a pad here for oh, my phone fits perfectly. And then what? Oh, you can remove it if you want. So you have a like a taller phone or bigger phone. Okay, it still fits. Okay, so at least there's a pad, to say the least. And then glove box. Okay, that's big. Okay, that's really big. And then above here, you have your controls for the panoramic sunroof, your light switches, and a sunglasses holder here. And then visors. Hello. The lights are not on because I don't have the key with me. So like most Ford products, I know this visor should pass. Yep, they do. Nice. There's a lot of ambient lighting here in the door handle. I mean, there's literally a lot. I'll show you all later. Also light here around the cup holders. There are grips around it for each cup holder, so that's good. Space for your phone. Okay, acceptable. And then that's perfect for your phone, like underneath there. I'll show you. And also it has a 12-volt socket, one USB port and one USB-C port. You can even stretch your phone here if you want. Okay, you can fit a lot of phones here actually. And then you have physical buttons here for your climate control, And then you have your ventilation buttons here for warming up. Don't know why you need that here. For cooling down, that's what you need here in this country. And then central glove box. You can remove this at least. And it's really deep. Like that deep. And there is also a 12-volt socket right there. Put that back. So this is not just a regular place for your phone. It's actually a place for your wireless charging pad. And my phone there fits perfectly. Not sure with other phones. And then here's your gear selector. There's even a low range button, electronic parking brake, and auto hold function. I assume that's just a different looking logo. And then you have your auto start stop function, a hill descent control, one blank button only. I don't know what is this. I'll know what this is later. Looks like a tire skidding on a wet surface, so I'll check that out later. And then you have 7 driving modes here. This is your drive mode selector. There is a lot, I'll show you also later. And then yes, sitting here, the leather seats are excellent. The quality in here, fit and finish, is excellent. It's really soft, and you can adjust them electronically as well. Oh, I can't demo that much, I don't have the key with me. I'll demo this all later. So with that I'll show you the second row. So here in the second row, and immediately there is a sunshade for only the second row on each side. And then yes, same material as in the front of the door, but this one here now in the back is a bit harder than the one in front, but still the same with the white stitching. It's still soft enough down here. Same materials here and there. There's a cup holder now here, and then there's a smaller cubby space now. And there's another bottle holder as well. Still plastic, but it's fine. And then let's go here in the back. Before I get to the space, there's 2 seat pockets on either side. It's a bit narrow, but it's very deep enough. Toys here in the back. You have 1 USB-C port, 1 USB port, and then you have your 3-pin socket. Why is there cubby space here? You can put something here, but definitely not a phone. Then you have your controls for your air conditioning right here. They're all physical buttons as well. Space here in the back. My goodness. That's not even my driving position yet, but it's already moved all the way back already. Feet room, excellent. Knee room, excellent. And then headroom. Okay, yes. I am 5'4" by the way. There's enough headroom just for me. But taller people might struggle because of the panoramic sunroof. But then again, look at this. You have a panoramic sunroof. There's very good lighting in here already. You have your conditioning vents here, your light controls, and then a coat hanger on each side. Then you have your grab handle here as well on each side. You have ISO-fixed anchor points on each side of the seat. None in the middle, but in the middle it has a central armrest with 2 cup holders with little grips in them. It's a bit narrow though, but it's enough for my arm. What's unique also with this Ford Explorer, this seating layout is a 33-33-33 setup, meaning you can adjust these seats individually. I have to say though, it's kind of hard moving them forward and backwards. And also if I sit here in the middle, there's a transmission tunnel. Okay, half of my hand, that's how tall it is. Okay, the middle seat is still comfortable. The transmission tunnel is not in the way at all. Although there's a side here, might get in the way for people with bigger feet or longer feet. So yeah, it's a bit narrow as well. So it's focused more of the space for your feet. So that's very good. Sitting here in the middle, of course I have more headroom because the panoramic sunroof is open. Although I am leaning forward because yeah, I'm already hitting the cover already. In this part, so yeah, tall people will definitely struggle here in the back, but for my stature 5'4", I am okay here sitting in the middle. Also, what's so insane with this Ford Explorer, the amount of safety features this has. So you have airbags there in the A pillar and the B pillar, so it's kind of like a side curtain airbag. Now there's also somewhere there for your knee, there's a knee airbag. So the lucky people who buy this Ford Explorer will be definitely safe for you and your family. So with that I'll show you the third row. So this is how you go to the third row. You just pull this lever and then push this all the way forward. Whoa, that goes all the way forward. And there's step boards here, so you won't dirty the mat here. At least I'm surprised that goes all the way forward. So you have more space going in. And then here in the third row, oh no. Okay. Okay, immediately I noticed something. The seats already so low. There might be not much thigh support already. But I'll be happy here sitting in the third row. I'm kinda used to it already. And then space here in the back. So I'll go here behind the seats. Knee room. I mean, if you push them forward, yeah, it will have a lot of room. So if you're like here, if the seat's all the way back, so I still have enough feet room, knee room, just enough. Especially on this, there's a lot more room now. Headroom. Okay, there's a lot of space here now, but there's a hump here in the ceiling. So if you lean, so taller people might have to lean on this. Okay, that's something I noticed. Yeah, look at this hump. That's a lot, no? But for me, it's 5'4". I keep saying, yeah, it's enough for me. The headrest is kind of hard as well, but I think you can adjust this, but I won't play with that anymore. Okay, space here in the back. It's spacious enough for me. And then here on the right side only, you have a cubby space. Very small only. You have a tethering points on each side and cup holders on each side. I don't know why they didn't put this on the left side anymore. Strange. Anyway, you have another cubby space here and a very small space here. It's not deep enough for a phone. And also, that's cool. There's isofix anchor points on each side of the seat. You can fit, yeah, you can fit 3 people here comfortably. A fourth one of my stature, yes, but best for keep it 2 or 3 people. They'll be fine here in the back. And other toys here, I'm looking. There's a speaker set up here on each side, but on the left side now, there's a coat hanger. Your lights above here, and then you have air conditioning vents on each side. So this is the engine of the Ford Explorer Limited. It's a 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine that produces 300 horsepower and 420 Newton meters of torque. I've seen a lot of reviews already. This is so peppy and it's so good to drive. But I already can tell it handles well because there's a strut brace here. There's a lot of space here, but there's a strut brace. This one improves the handling of the car. So with that before I have the drive, I'll demo the boot space first. So with the third row up, you have 242 liters of space. So if despite being the third row up, it's already spacious enough. As you can see, my soft bag for my equipment is there. Put this down to increase the capacity, and then this is how you fold the seats down. You can fold them individually, like the left side only or the right side, but you can do both at the same time if you want. So I'll just push this for both seats down. That is really fancy. And now with the third row down, you get 1,359 liters of space, and the floor is flat, so you can just drag my bag all the way up there. The electronic functions are only for the third row, but with all the seats down, you get 2,486 liters of space. That is a lot already. So I'll leave this down since there's only 2 of us in the car, and now I'll show you the infotainment and the ambient lighting. This false floor can be adjusted. More cubby space here on either side. There's another tethering hook here on each side, but they're very close to each other, and there's a very tiny grocery hook here. Yeah, it's so small, look at that. And there's another one here hidden. There's 2 on the left and then 1 only here on the right. But on the right side, you have a 12-volt socket. Yep, a light here. No, there's the other grocery hook. It's very small as well. It's beside here with the buttons for folding the seats. And here's your digital display in the middle. You adjust them with this button. You have TPMS as well. Yep, there's a lot of fancy stuff going on, as you can see, but I will leave that there. And then here's your infotainment system. It's surprisingly responsive. Yeah, just a little bit of a delay, but it's still crisp enough. You can have a 3D view and or 2D view, and then settings. This is what's cool. Your ambient light, you can adjust them even how much red or any color you want technically. So I will leave it red for obvious reasons. Yeah, the reverse camera, it's not the best, but at least there is. And then it's decent enough, I would say. And then you can zoom in if you want. And then dive modes. Oh yeah, let's try that. Oh, well, put it in park first. Ah, sorry, it's here in the middle. So these are your driving modes. So normal, and eco. Not sure I'll ever use eco here in this car. Sport. Ooh. Towing. Oh, there's a towing mode. Okay, and then what else? Slippery mode, trail mode, deep snow, sand. No idea why you need this here in this country, but at least there is. But let's leave it in eco first. I don't want to floor this. I will save that for later. So with that let's go for a drive. The button here in the center console, where I said I didn't know what button this was. It was actually for your traction control. So let's go. And first impressions. Okay, the auto hold function is not that jerky. Unlike some, it will just surge forward. This one is very smooth. I already can say the NVH is excellent. And I also forgot to mention, this also is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. So I'm expecting this to be very smooth and still give a very peppy drive. First impressions, yes, immediately, as I said, the NVH is excellent because there was a very loud motorcycle that just passed by. I think you just heard it in the cabin ever so slightly. Just being honest, the screen is a bit too small for me for this kind of car, but it's fine. It's just some of my nitpicks. And another nitpick I have, the first batch of Ford Explorers have paddle shifters. Come on. Anyway, it's fine. At low speeds, yeah, super smooth so far. And then on a rough pavement, despite on run flat tires, you don't hear tire noise that much. Okay, there's the speed sensing door locks. Okay, also first impression, I can tell the steering is so light, but there's excellent weight to it. Like, there's still good enough feel, you know where the car's pointing. This is already a great steering. I like this. Okay, I'm just in eco mode. Oh. Okay, there's already good power it. I'm just leaving eco mode for now. You know, that's short. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's okay. Get jolted back in your seat a bit. There is body lean, but it's just ever so slightly. The steering, yes, as I said earlier, there's good amount of weight to it. Feels a bit nimble, I would say. And then brakes are so good. Like, there's so much good feel on them. The brakes progressive. The travel is not that long. And then let's start normal mode. Okay. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Okay. That's fast. Remember, this engine is the same in the Ford Mustang EcoBoost. Same power and same torque, but the engine is now just in a mid-size SUV. But I can say the torque is amazing. Even though this is a turbocharged engine, there's still good mid-range punch. Wow, yeah, I can see why most of the reviews saying this is already a fun car to drive. But I will go to the twisty bit in a bit to test out the handling even more. And yeah, the car's off. My foot's just on the brake. So wait till we move. I want to see if we'll just suddenly lurch forward or if it's too jerky. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Yeah, just a little bit. So the engine needs time to start again. But it's fast enough. And overtaking with this car will be a cinch. It's so fast. I wasn't kind of expecting this kind of performance, even because I was expecting this a big car with big horsepower, but it makes up for it. And this is great. And you guys already run through even more rough pavement, went through bumpy parts. Yes, you can feel the suspension is a bit firm, but it's still comfortable. Yeah, and maneuverability, like driving a sedan, I'm impressed. And visibility, yeah, not too bad as well. Eco mode just hesitate a bit. In normal mode, just responds a bit better. So we're approaching the twisties in a bit now. I will leave it in sport mode now to see how this performs. Let's now try sport mode. Oh wow, that's really powerful. Okay, here's in the twist bit. Oh my, this is great. Yes, you can feel a bit of body lean, but it's not too noticeable. It's still composed, even though you're at high speed. You get to high speeds by the way really quickly. And there's the tire noise at a bit higher speed. Yeah, you can hear it a bit, but it's not too much. Oh, this is great. It's very nimble despite being a mid-size SUV. Oh my, this is great. I can't believe it. Whoa. This thing kind of exceeded all of my expectations. It's so nimble. It handles really well. And it's so composed even though at high speeds. Even though this is, as I said, this is a mid-size SUV. Yeah, there's not much body lean. It responds to steering inputs really well. Wow, this is ticking all my boxes. Even though this is a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, the numbers say it's kind of small for this kind of car. No, it's not. This engine is perfect for this car. Imagine what the V6 models are gonna be like if they arrive here in the Philippines. I did notice something. The infotainment system is a bit angled away. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just my seating position. No, it's not. It's literally centered. Like, so everyone can see. It's not like some other infotainments in other car brands that it's angled to the driver. No, this one is like directly centered so everyone can see. And then I did notice the 3D system of the navigation. It's alright, but then again, you'll end up using Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I won't demo the adaptive cruise control for obvious reasons. We're just around here in BGC. And this SUV is so jam-packed. Like as I said earlier in the showroom, the side mirrors are already jam-packed full of features, and safety of this Explorer is excellent. For the price, 2,998,000 pesos. Tama, miss, no? The price?
Yeah.
Okay. For what it is, it's worth every penny. And then I just wish as well, besides no paddle shifters, that's kind of like your manual mode. There's no manual mode here, so then again, you don't need that in a mid-size SUV. Knowing there were paddle shifters in the first batch, I just wish they had it. Just a nitpick only. But driving it here around BGC, I didn't need to see the need for one anyways. Yeah, you do notice the auto start might be a bit sudden. You can hear the engine actually firing up before moving forward. So you just let off the brake first, let it start, and then go. That's the smoothest input you have to do with this Explorer start-stop system. And then over a hump, it just glides through them. So driving the Ford Explorer a bit more, I even forgot I was driving a mid-size SUV. I'm so impressed with the driving dynamics of this. With this SUV in general, the steering feels like you're in a sedan. It performs like one as well. So let's go to a bit of a tighter space. I wanna test something out. If it's still too big for roads like this, I would say. Yeah, and then the engine, yes, you can hear it, but I can say this is a good sounding 4-cylinder engine. And at least it's not too loud, unlike some of other SUVs I've driven as well. And yes, despite being no manual mode with automatic transmission, yeah, it's still responsive enough. Even though I'm just in normal mode, look, okay, it still responds pretty well. There's no throttle delay. Turbo lag, there's just a bit, but it's not too much. It's just right. And then you're not gonna drive this like a sports car anyways. You can though, but it's best to keep it civilized. And then this is what I wanted to try out. I've driven the Ford Ranger Elite here as well. That failed the U-turn test, but it's alright, it's a truck. So I wonder if this Explorer will make it in this U-turn. Oh, it just made it. Okay, didn't have to back up anywhere unlike in the Ranger Elite. The ride is also excellent. Yes, you're on flat tires. The suspension, yeah, is firm, but it's still no means an uncomfortable car. It's actually soaking up road imperfections here pretty well. But I will go to the really bumpy part. There's a road here in BGC, we're in the test route where it's full of tiles and bricks only. So I wonder how this will fare. Okay. Yeah, sport mode is on another level again. So fast. This is eco mode. Oh! Oh! That sudden burst of power of the turbo is amazing. And this is the first time I got to experience this kind of engine. I know this is supposed to be in the Mustang. Hopefully there's a Mustang I can drive soon, by the way. Yeah, this suits this car. I'm not sure if they'll bring the V6. Unlikely, no miss. Unlikely yung V6.
Yeah.
Very unlikely. Of course, the V6 will be thirsty. So I understand as well why they brought this turbocharged EcoBoost engine instead. But it's still no means a slow car. I mean... And then we're here in the notorious humps of the test route. Not in Mindasium, but just in Bonifacio High Street. That is still comfortable. Wow. Okay, just a bit, carrying a bit more speed. No problem whatsoever. That's so good. If also driving it around in the cities is so easy. I keep saying it. I can't believe it. It's perfect. I would say this Ford Explorer is perfect. Driving around in the city, going at high speeds, you will definitely have fun driving this in the twisties or to the provinces. This Ford Explorer will tick all your boxes. And then here in the rough part of the test route, going over humpers, and then here. Despite on run flats, there's only a bit of tire noise. That's so impressive. Yeah, what else I can say about this Explorer? This is a one dazzling high-tech SUV. It's probably one of the best I've driven so far. Okay, so far. So what else I can say about this SUV? It's worth every penny, even though it's on the expensive side. This is worth every penny. So I would like to thank Miss Tiffany, Sir Inigo, and Ford BGC, Auto Hub, and Auto Hub themselves for allowing me to review this all-new 2022 Ford Explorer Limited. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews. Bye-bye.